How you doing, everybody? It's John Kobaska here with Foxbody Den with my two co-hosts here, Ryan in the middle and Lee on the left. How you doing, boys?
Hey,
You
what's
know,
up, John?
it's a fantastic week, man. Can't complain. I mean, I can, but no one cares.
I just got back. Today's Sunday, right? I just got back from Ocean City, Maryland. I got a ton of video content out there. I think I'm gonna mix that up, guys. For probably even just put a little like a 10-minute video of all the cool Fox bodies, SNs, and new edges I saw. There was a ton of cars out there. You guys had, I mean, I've never seen it. It had to be 20 or 30,000 cars
What?
rolling around Ocean City, Maryland. It was nuts. And not all Mustangs,
Yeah,
anything, but there were a shit ton of Mustangs that you had to see it. It
I,
was
I, I've never
crazy.
heard of this show.
Oh, you never heard of the Ocean City
Mm-mm,
Cruise Week? It's
mm-mm,
been going on for a long time. They do a spring show in May
mm-mm.
every year, and then they do another one in the fall. Bro,
There's one.
it was
There's one I
nuts.
got invited. There's one I got invited to, like in Louisiana. I think it's supposed to be like a cool cruise. I can't remember the name of it, but there's one member invited. He's like, "Man, you need to come out here." But I'm like, "Man, it's in Louisiana. It's kind of a drive."
Bro, you had to see it. I mean, like they had the main show day on Friday and Saturday at the
Mhm.
beach, but all the stuff, like all the pop-ups, the meets, Ocean City has got like a strip that's probably, I'm guessing, like maybe 10 or 15 miles long. You got restaurants and gas stations and shopping
Yeah,
centers. And we stayed on the northern end, right by like the Delaware border.
yeah.
And the main strip, like the beach, is on the southern side. So we were driving every day from the top side of Ocean City on the peninsula there, driving down. And as I was driving, man, there was probably 100 different meets of all types. Crazy. There
Damn.
were young kids there doing takeover. It was nuts. Obviously, none of us were involved in that.
Yeah.
But now, you know what? That place may get shut down eventually. That shit was wild. I'll tell you that. What about you, Rye? You did something this weekend. What'd you do today?
We went to that Lido car show with all the guys.
Lido Beach,
So, yeah, Lido Beach. Some TV show guys were there. What's the guy's name from Gas
famous
Monkey?
builders,
That guy was there too. And Gas Monkey, what's the name?
Yes Monkey Garage.
Yeah.
I don't.
So they were there.
I don't watch the TVs. What about you, Lee? What'd you do this weekend?
Work on my car, my fuel pump. I keep clogging up fuel filters. So I finally, I'm like, man, let me drop this gas tank. And I look inside of it. Man, 35. I actually posted on my Instagram. I'm like, 35 years of gunk adds up. My gas tank, I didn't realize how bad it was inside. It was a lot of sludge, it almost rusted. Actually, the baffle part actually came separated from the gas tank. So I would hear sloshing sometimes, but I couldn't really pay attention to it. Luckily, I dropped it this time. I'm like, wow. I ordered a gas tank, ordered new fuel lines, ordered another fuel pump, fuel filter, and then the padding. So I've been doing that. I'm actually just waiting on the padding because for some reason LMR didn't send the padding in the package, so I'm just waiting for that. Hopefully it comes tomorrow and then I can just bolt it back up.
Get it ready for next weekend, huh?
Yep, get it ready for next. There's actually a car show today. A bunch of friends wanted me to go, and I was like, man, my car's down. I can't go. So I just kind of chilled and just did some yard work.
First thing to do is to change the gas tank. It's not worth
Right?
the headache. It's not worth the
Man,
headache.
but you know what? I didn't change the gas tank because it was like one of those things on the list where it's like, all right, the car's running. I'll mess with it when I need to mess with it. But I've already gone through a couple of fuel filters in the past couple years that I've owned it. So I figured there's gotta be some stuff in that gas tank. So yeah, guys, you'll have a car and y'all think it's running good. You also look at the fuel tank because I'm pretty sure it's jacked up like mine.
But that sucks, right? To drop a gas tank with the fuel. It's just it's not a it's a shitty project, right?
It's a pain.
Who really
Had
wants to
I just
dump
threw away I just threw away the shirt I was wearing because I got gas all over it, and I'm like, I'm not throwing that in a washer. It's just gonna stink. I just tossed it.
Did you
it?
change the plastic cover on the bottom?
The what?
The plastic cover on the bottom.
The plastic what?
The plastic cover on the
Oh
bottom of
yeah,
the.
yeah. I cleaned it up. I washed it. I mean, I sprayed it off. I know
Dude,
Makers actually makes a really cool carbon fiber one. Man, I think it's
that
like $700. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that.
that thing drives me crazy if it's all mashed up and all dented. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
you're talking about the gas tank cover.
yeah, if it's all like banged up and old, and at least throw a coat of paint on it and clean it up. It drives me nuts.
Yeah,
On the
Yeah,
Jason.
notches, you get
I
to
don't know.
see it
Just
on.
I just pressure wash mine. I was thinking about painting it black, like just painting it black just to make it look good, or actually painting the same color as the car because I have paint to
Or
do it
trim black.
myself. I'm thinking about just painting the same color as the car.
Or you could trim black it or whatever. It'll look so much better.
Yeah,
Ja- Jason
Yeah.
from Maker's Garage. Good company. That leads me into something that we were talking about with the group there this week about sponsorships, right?
yeah.
Right. So I put a post up there asking the members what they thought about manufacturers in our community, advertising, sponsoring, doing giveaways and stuff like that. And it seemed to be that it was mostly positive. Just people had some concerns there with, they didn't want they didn't want like unknown manufacturers. They didn't want people selling shirts. Those guys that come in and spam and do the cartoon drawings and shit like
Yeah,
that. They make sure that we were dealing with reputable manufacturers, people that they already know in the community, that we could do some giveaways and stuff like that, and also provide some discount codes. And they wanted to make sure that they weren't spamming the manufacturer wasn't spamming our group. Every couple of times a day, them seeing something about them.
I think
And
yeah, I think I saw that was like the main concern. People didn't want spamming, which is
I,
understandable. I wouldn't want
Yeah.
spam. Constantly seeing ads is kind of annoying.
I leave that for the Facebook, outside of the group, right? You see that
Yeah,
shit every other thing you see there is a sponsored ad.
Well, one of the things we stopped first was the no for sale stuff all week. So if you got something for sale, you got to put it on Saturday, and you got to follow that post all week.
Yeah, we don't want to clutter up the page with for sale posts. So if it's not on the Saturday in search of or the Sunday for sale, we just delete it, and then we tell people, hey, save that for one of the weekend posts, put it in there, and anytime someone posts something from outside the group, like even product promotions, or we delete it because we don't allow any outside promotions or spam. So we try our best to do that, right? So I guess from what I've been told from some of the members, they really enjoy that here. You don't see a lot of that cluttered up spam in this group. So
Yeah. We
but
don't have to
speaking
scroll
as
it.
a vendor or for vendors, are you gonna or sponsors? Are you talking about you might get a sponsor yourself, right, for a product?
yeah, so it's funny. I mean, I've had a couple of vendors reach out to me. The first one, I can announce it because I got the tracking information. He sent it out. Should be at my house here at the end of this week. Ozzo Auto Wheel.
Hmm.
So they do, obviously the steering wheels, the custom steering wheels, and they do a lot of the interior carbon fiber parts. As a
Okay.
matter of fact, last year I bought a bunch of stuff for the interior of my black coupe Nocturnal. That's all sitting at Mikey's sit-in shop, Ryan, for when we finally do the interior in that car. And a matter of fact, he actually mentioned, "Oh, I saw you put an order in me last year." But he's sending over a package of a bunch of interior carbon fiber stuff, probably valued. He said about $1,500.
That's cool. Is he gonna
Yeah,
cut? Is he gonna cut you like give you a discount code, or just kind of just promote his product a little bit?
I'm gonna get the package. I'm gonna open it up, post it up, and then we're gonna do a giveaway to, a lucky member of the group.
Yeah,
So you get that, and then he's obviously gonna give some discount codes and stuff like that for his
that's good.
product. Yeah, he
Okay, that's cool.
mentioned he has carbon fiber stuff for Foxbodies, SNs, New Edges. He's a pretty big company. He's got carbon fiber stuff for the three generations that we talk about.
Cool.
So,
Very cool.
Well,
yeah,
as far as sponsors too, guys, I have my own sponsor, which is Oracle, and they gave me my own discount code, which is CCW Fox. You put that in, you get your kit, saves you like $40. I don't know, make no money off this. This is just kind of one of those things where I get to offer y'all a discount, and y'all get to save money, and y'all get to add that modern touch. I put like maybe two posts up, but I'm trying. Yeah, the same thing. I'm not trying to spam y'all. I'm not, and it's not just a straight commercial. I put like a funny one of like Leonardo DiCaprio like saying, "I got this offer coming in," and I just kind of put the little background. But this is just to kind of help y'all guys. I know some of them had. Actually, multiple people have posted posts of people saying they wanted to get this kit, but I mean, I guess I'd never seen it before, which is crazy. But yeah, if I put that save you $40, I mean that's cool. That's great for us because I know a lot of us want to change the lights, and I've been seeing a lot of people change the lights, which is pretty good.
Forty
The lights
dollars
are
is
nice.
$40, right? Shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. $40 is $40.
The li- the light
I'll
is
take
very
it.
nice. Very nice. I like
Yeah,
it. I got
I've
to get
seen
me a set.
I've seen a few people. Yeah, I mean, I know Travis from Classic LEDs. You know, that's been his thing for a long time.
Yeah,
He custom builds a bunch of different sets. He's working on a lot of cool stuff that's coming out this year. So maybe he'll be one of our sponsors. You never know. But the thing is this too. There was a few comments made about they don't want us to become lapdogs for these sponsors either, right? So
yeah,
the first thing I told him is, look, guys, I'll provide a platform for you guys to advertise your products. However, one of us admins is going to post it, so we're not going to give them free reign to just go in and post a bunch of crazy shit. So we'll probably throw one out, maybe two a week if they've got something over a
yeah,
period of time, so they're not spamming it. And again, I'm not going to become a lapdog for them. So if they have an issue with a customer, um, I told them, I said, you got to deal with that. Like I'm not a politician. If you
yeah,
donate, you don't own us, right? Like if you got
yeah.
a
We're
problem,
not we're not your customer service representative.
you got to deal with it, right? If
Yeah,
you don't like that, don't sponsor the group. I'm not going to defend you. Um, you got a business, you defend yourself. If you, I mean, look, obviously we're not going to be dealing with guys that produce shitty parts. We know who the good manufacturers are. We bought a
yeah,
ton of stuff. But if they got an issue, I'm not going to defend them just because they've decided to utilize the group and advertise their products. Correct.
Yep.
cool.
So that was the thing there. So let's get into it, all right, boys? We had
Yep, there you go.
we had a lot of cool, interesting debates over the weekend. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to share my screen. So we're going to do this a little bit better this time, right? So let me know if you guys can see it, and then we're going to talk about it, right? Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, but you can't see me, right?
nah.
Okay, that's fine. But you can hear me. Okay, so we're just
Just
going to
let
go
me.
through it, right? So the Foxbody Den, here we are. My items. Someone's messaging me, or I'm getting notifications. Okay, discussions. All right. So you can see right here. So let's just go through the most relevant here. Mike Maloney's got some driveline vibration. I don't know. I love doing it. Seems like I'm okay. Okay, here's a sensitive topic.
I like that one. I
How
was
much
just
does
actually looking at it.
how much does your wife girlfriend actually know about what you spent on your car? Are you upfront with it, or do they have no idea what the real number is? If they found out the full amount tomorrow, what would the reaction be? So, um, this question is for I know Lee, you got a girlfriend, so let's start with you.
Man, honestly, it was since she's my girlfriend and everything, it's my money. She never come out of her pocket. She really don't care. There are some times where I tell her like a price of what something costs, and she's like, "That's crazy." But she doesn't understand a lot of these car parts are freaking expensive. Like when I bought the Recaro seats, she was like, How much were they? And why did you replace the seats when your factory seats were cool?" I'm like, just a preference. It's a look, and Recaro seats are freaking expensive. Like I know people get them through the other guy, Retro Fast Garage, which makes really good seats. I actually ordered mine through Recaro because mine they had the design that came out and it was a cool design. So I actually ordered them directly through Recaro. But there are times where she just tells me, she looks at me, well, I can just tell she's like, "Man, you're stupid for paying for that." But for the most part, I mean, she really don't care because it's my money, you know.
Did you tell her what you paid for the CCWs?
The what?
Did you tell her what you paid for the CCWs?
No, no.
Oh,
Actually,
no.
actually, she didn't even know I ordered those wheels. I paid for the new CCWs until one day I was in the garage and she came in the garage. And she's like, "Did you paint your wheels?" I'm like, "No." She's like, and then she saw the other wheels on the side and she's like, "You got new wheels?" I'm like, "Yeah." But I didn't tell her how much those things were.
I think I think those are more than the Recaros.
Yeah.
What about you, Ryan? How much do you share with your wife? Is she good? What like
She's good. If she asks, I answer, but if she doesn't ask, I don't answer.
so? If she asks, so she's okay. All right.
So
Yeah,
it's kind of like a need to know basis, and you don't
if
need
she
to know.
if she needs to know, I'll show her like, yo, check this out. I just got this or whatever. But if
All
she's
right.
like, how much?
So Philip Brooker here says my wife knows everything and has never said a word about what I spend on building cars or bikes. She also loves to do so. Danielle Long, she says I have an idea. Considering I'm pretty sure we have more into my car than we do his. uh,
I
Aaron,
like uh I like Tyler Riley. Tyler Riley, he put, do you know how much she spends on Amazon, Starbucks, McDonald's, random junk on the internet? And that's true, man. I see a lot of packages come to my house sometimes, and I don't ask. I don't care.
I don't ask.
the Amazon guy is at my house every single day. Aaron Leva says it's called a business account, so he's running the business. Smart man, smart man. Lonnie McDaniel says, "Don't ask, don't tell."
Yeah.
Yep.
um, let me see. Bill Wellman said he's been married to the same woman for over 40 years. She knows and rarely complains. That's why he's been married to her for 40 years. See that?
Yeah.
That's good.
Robert
I like it.
Malika,
I like
she
what
knows.
Mark Savio said, where he put, she doesn't care, she's not the type, besides she has too much fun on these trips anyways. That's pretty cool. And like she enjoys it, so she's like, I guess it doesn't matter if he puts money into it.
That's funny. Claire Stewart says she knows that everything costs about $100. Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, what? I heard now here's a girl perspective. Stephanie Gale, she put, I just tell my husband I did a thing and he's pretty much ignores me, works out well. I wish more women supported their men in their car world. What? Hey, I like that.
She's a keeper, huh?
Yeah, I know, right? That's different from the usually like we're saying about us guys. It's kind of the girl thing. Like, hey, I don't really tell them either. So I guess it goes both ways.
That's cool. Oh, Ryan, right here, you and Aldo. This is your video from this morning, huh?
No, I wasn't there.
Oh, is that well, that's either Vinio Carl's. There's Mikey Sitton's convertible. This is what you guys all getting
They
ready for
met.
the to head
They
over
met
to
up in the
the beach
morning. They were
there, right?
waiting. I think they were waiting for Vinny.
They were waiting for Vinny.
Yeah.
There was a really cool topic that was put up here, which I loved. You see John Parker here. He's saying hack number third masquerading as an electric car to get front row parking. Look, check out the photo. You bought that in your gas tank, John Parker.
I hope he doesn't put, I hope he doesn't put power to it.
What about the subject of let's talk about insurance?
Yeah. Um, all right. Let's talk about insurance. That was we
Yeah.
posted that yesterday, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So bring it up there.
Well, for one, what do most people guy put on most people put on their insurance? Like I go through Haggerty. I know a lot of people probably say Grundy's better, but I've had Haggerty a while, and it's not bad for my car. And I actually put what they call it a cherish keep, where even though the car's totaled, you still get to keep the car, and it only costs like an extra, I think like $6 a month, which is cool because say you did something happen to your car and they totaled it out for the I don't know, for the dump for something small, you can at least just buy another car and just swap everything over and you can do so. And personally, I think Haggerty, I think the smaller insurance companies, not smaller, but like your regular insurance companies aren't going to cover it or do anything like that. So it's kind of going to be one of those things where you kind of got to go to a specialty insurance company to get coverage or get what you want because
I didn't know that.
the regular ones are going to cover it.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I would take that.
Yeah, that's pretty Haggerty. I didn't know that either until
Yeah.
actually I requested a quote and they started asking me a bunch of questions and they gave me that option. I was like, what? I can keep the car even though y'all total it? And like, yeah, but it costs a little extra. And I'm thinking, I don't know, like way more. And they're like, yeah, $6. I'm like, give me that. I'll take it.
Wow, this guy got Haggerty. He pays 40,000 coverage, 375 a year. That's good.
Yeah, it's not bad. I think mine. I think for me, it's like $80 a month. Yeah, it's nothing crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that post. Jesus, we've had a lot of posts since I put that post up yesterday.
Yeah,
It's wow, it is crazy. Because there was some good points brought up into it.
yeah.
I know I'm going to do next time differently so people don't see me scrolling like this. Uh,
Apparently, this a guy put Mark Huffman put. I have an extra rider with
Ain't that right
Haggerty
there?
on my vert. It's max value plus an extra 8K in case it goes missing. I didn't know that was an option.
what
Yeah.
is well, yeah, look, he's got his amps back here and
Yeah,
his yep, yep. So that's
that's a.
pretty expensive.
I don't know what that sound system sounds like. That's a lot of amps.
He's got a sound system in there.
Yeah.
There was yeah, Sean Hatcher says when he insures a car, he has 10 to 15K more than it's worth just for giggles. There was a good post here. American might be more picky. There was a okay. Uh, there was a guy that was in the industry, and it was a great post. He talked about putting it on your regular insurance.
Yeah, I
Uh,
saw that. Mark, I think it's. I just saw that. Where is it at? Oh, Matthew Millage. It said if you have proper insurance, there should never be a problem. Get educated, get property insured, get paid when something happens. Is that
yeah,
what you're talking about?
yeah. No, there's somebody that's an insurance broker. Okay, all right. Pearson Jeremy, right here. You guys see Pearson Jeremy?
I'm looking for him.
Right here. Look at my screen. I'm
Okay,
sharing it.
okay, yeah.
Being in the industry and a Fox owner, he says, I can give you all insurance advice. Do not put your car on your regular auto insurance policy where you insure your everyday drivers. They're now considered classics, and classics need to be insured through the specialty companies. I am Grundy, by the way. If you insure them with your regular policy, they'll be insured under an actual cash value, ACV, which is what the cost new minus depreciation. And if they're 39 years old, depreciation, what's it going to be worth today? That's the way your regular company will figure a total loss, unless you have it insured as agreed value. That's the specialty companies do that, right?
Yeah.
Typically do that, which typically requires an appraisal with your regular companies, and then your upgrades aren't covered. He says, in my area, he chose Haggerty, though he also has two of the other above two, and they offer guaranteed value. I also chose the cherished value endorsement, which in
Yeah.
the event of total loss, I get my guaranteed value and get to keep the pile of metal to part out, so I'm not out of anything. So I've heard stories about that where people had their cars insured under their regular policy,
Yeah.
and some of these had $30,000, $40,000 cars with 10 or 20 into it, and like it was an Allstate or a State Farm, just on their policy,
Mhm.
and like Allstate tried to pay him out like $1,000.
$900 or something like
I
that.
think
Yeah. Yeah.
mine actually because I only had Haggerty for like the past 3 years, but before that, I had it through my regular insurance company, and I had asked them like, "Hey, if I get this car totaled out, like, what are you gonna give me for it?" And this was 3 years ago. They said they're only gonna give me $4,500. That's why I started looking. I'm like, $4,500.
Huh,
I got way more in this car for that.
Yeah.
it's crazy, yeah. Here in New York, I talked to Haggerty. I talked to American Collectors, and I talked to Grundy. I
Mhm.
use Grundy because I know it's different in all different states. But for me, I have multiple cars on the policy. But when I had spoken to them, I was just allowed to state an agreed value, right? And
Yeah.
they never busted my chops for it. And like my Saleen, when I purchased it, it was a $60,000 car. I asked for 70. They gave it to me. I insured Reblue for over 100, and I didn't have to get an appraisal. They gave it to me, right? If I had tried to do that with Haggerty or American Collectors, I had to go through this whole appraisal process, have an adjuster come down. It was just a thing. The only thing that Grundy really wants to see from me is that I have a space where I'm storing this indoors. And other than that, I think I have 6 vehicles on this policy.
Mhm.
Um, Probably over $400,000 in insurance, and I think I pay less than 2,600 a year.
That's not bad.
That's not
Yeah.
bad.
I'm seeing
Uh,
multiple people. I'm seeing multiple people posting about Haggerty for sure. Haggerty
Yeah.
with the agreed value. Yeah,
Yeah, see, like Robert Joseph here says Grundy, 25K value, 162 a year, multi-car policy. See?
I think I need
yeah,
to raise mine because I have mine valued at 35 when I did mine 3 years ago. But I kind of need a with car prices nowadays and Fox prices going nowadays. I think I need to at least bump it up to like 45 at least.
Yeah, I mean, so again, let that be a lesson there. Do not put your car under your regular insurance policy.
Mm,
yeah.
for
We,
sure.
You be getting $900.
yeah, you'll be
That's
like,
crazy. Imagine putting thousands, just putting thousands and thousands of dollars, and not just the money, also the labor, the time, and then for something to happen, you get $1,000 check. Man, I think
Yep.
I'm not suicidal, but I might consider it after that.
so here's a cool one. Just so we're gonna get the members involved. I put up this
Okay.
post last night. We just asked people to just post some pictures of their cars and some details, so we could just we
Yeah, I
could
saw that.
yeah, and we got some good stuff. So guys, you know, um, Art Trade. That's a beautiful red notchback.
Yep,
Hmm.
I saw that.
I don't know if I asked for details, and let's see, it's a 1989 five-speed notch, and he's the second owner. So when we ask for this, guys, if you can give us like kind of like a little list of what you've got going on in the car, that helps. Logan, you know, um, details. Okay, he bought it when he was 15. He's 19 now, so we got a young kid. Hey, we got a young guy here that owns a Foxbody. Car was 100 different colors, didn't have a trans, motor, interior, you name it. The community helped him out more than I could ever ask for on finding parts to get it running to cutting out the towers. So he had a bunch of rust repair within a year, drove the crap out of it. And it shows, everyone sees it, supports. He's got new brakes, suspension, full interior. So he's rebuilt this car. Got a 19-year-old guy. That's pretty cool. Owns this Fox body here. So
Yeah, I like seeing the young cats getting into the Fox game
Yeah.
because obviously they're going to be the generation to keep carrying it, but it just goes to show the appreciation the young people I have for older cars. Because most younger people they don't care about these old cars. They either have like a brand new S650 or a 550. But when I see a younger dude with an older car, I usually go up to and try to talk to him because I want to kind of get in the mindset or just get to know them like why. And for the most part, usually when you talk to them, it's just because either a family member or their dad had one, so they just
Yep.
want to get into it again. And I'm like, I love it. I love seeing the young ones with Fox bodies.
so look at this car. Ryan, we know this car?
In that John Parker's car?
That's John Parker's car, right? He built this and
Yes.
he brought it to Ponies in the Smokies. He calls it the Saleen Mustang. It's an 88 GT
Nice.
autocross car that spent a decade or more underneath a tree in pieces. He brought it back to life. He threw the whole Maximum Motorsports catalog at it. Beautiful 4,000-mile interior, lots of Saleen parts, and an 11-to-1 351 with Aces EFI.
Nice.
Did
So
you did you see that one from Thomas Fox? He says we built this for a customer about 5 years ago. I thought it was AI. This thing looks freaking crazy.
Thomas Fox.
Yeah,
Well, we have so many in here. What color is it?
it's a black coupe wide body with gold wheels.
Oh, I've seen that car on the internet. I've seen that car.
I
Yes.
thought, yeah, I'm looking at the picture. I thought it was AI, but he's saying they built this car. That's freaking crazy.
That picture's been floating around the internet before AI got really popular. As soon as I scroll to it, I'll know it. Where is it? There's
It's like
Dale's
one
car.
of the top posts. It's like one of the top posts.
Well, I went newest, so he probably posted yesterday. So, oh, did I miss it? I might have missed it. I know the car you're talking about. So,
Yeah.
all right. So we got Raymond Novicki, his father and son combo right here. Fox body. This is a black hood. That looks pretty cool. Maker's Garage wheels and an SN. What do you think, Rye?
I seen that. That looks good. Very
Yeah.
good.
Oh, we got some replies here, so he's got a few more pictures. See? Let's give him a little love. That's a 96 to 98. Clean. Look at that. Look at that Ford Racing tack.
Yeah, that's classic.
What's he got?
Classic.
Is
Nice.
that Pro Charger, huh?
Full charge on the side.
Ooh, I wonder what that's making. I put the details in there, but oh, here's the Fox.
That's nice too.
What is that, Ryan? What is that?
Don't get me started, man. I'm not gonna say it.
Your notchback. Scott's got a nice, looks like a black coupe. Looks pretty original with ponies.
Yeah.
Joe,
I saw a Fox in there from Dan Garn. It's an 85 Grand Prix Capri. Looks pretty good. Is that a gas station? It's like the gray with red what do you call it? I guess stickers on the side, but it's a pretty cool looking old school car. It's a hatch, four eye Capri. I always like Capris because of the little wide body and the fenders and then the back. I would actually love to build a Capri. That'd be pretty nice.
what did you say his name is? Dan what?
Uh, Dan, it is Dan Garn.
Dan Garn. I'm looking for it. Uh, you're on the same post, right? Dale.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm hoping we're talking the post. Hoping I'm on the right one. Huh? I thought it was. I thought we were looking at the right one.
Which one is that? Showcase Sunday?
No, it's we're looking for cars to feature in future posts.
Okay. That's an
Yeah,
old post. Oh.
Yeah. I don't
yeah,
know. We're seeing two different things here. So,
yeah. My bad. My
few
bad.
few others here. Christopher Anthony, nice T top. So he's on the what are those wheels there, right? Come on.
Oh, RKs. BBS RKs.
BBS RKs. Oh,
Man,
he's got a
can
Jet
on
Pegasus.
this on the subject of BBS arcades, can I just maybe this might be a little touchy subject, but why are they so freaking expensive, man? I just don't get the allure of why they're so expensive. Aren't they just a cash wheel?
Yeah.
They are.
So so then why do they go for like $6,000?
I have a set downstairs in my garage that's mint you can have for 4,000 if you like. They're
Yeah,
Foxbody.
man, I've seen some arcades go for some crazy prices.
I got
I'm
a
like,
set of
why? It's
RKs
not a
too.
forged wheel. It's not. I always thought just paying that much for. I know they haven't made them in years. I just never got the allure of paying crazy money for some BBS wheels.
Supply and demand, buddy. There aren't many of them left.
Yep. Supply and demand.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy.
Look at these cars, right? Look at
Yeah,
these cars. These cars, like $5,000 cars, are now $20,000 cars. This
Yep.
is a beautiful car right here. This red GT, Eric McIntyre. But
yeah.
let's talk about that, right? We were talking about that before we jumped on the podcast. The market, right? What's going on out there? What are you seeing, bro?
Um, I know it was a T-top coupe went up for sale with a coyote swap. It's a notch, and
Mm.
he got accent price within an hour.
What was the asking price?
70.
Man,
I know
Yeah.
who you're talking about. Yeah,
That's
70.
it. 70.
Yeah.
So the car sold.
it was a red one, right?
No, it's silver.
Oh, okay, I'm thinking of a different car then.
Yeah, it was sold within an hour, and gone. The real buyer is gonna buy it.
What
I have a
else?
lot of people.
What do you think about the market though in general? Like,
The Foxbody market is strong. I follow all markets, car market, and the Foxbody market is strong. I have people hit me up all the time. Like if I know somebody selling a car, you know, for a regular notch, they're willing to pay 20 to 30, and I seen a lot of cars listed for 30 grand. Stock
yeah.
motor, stock supercharger, stock interior, not even clean. They're asking 30 grand.
Do you think the market is like too overpriced right now for our cars, or do
It's
you
def-
think the market's kind of just catching up to where it should be?
no, it's definitely overpriced, but I think it's gonna keep going up.
Yeah,
I think because you want it, you're gonna spend it. I, I,
yeah.
I
I remember back in like 2008 at Raceway Park, they used to do a swap meet, right? A big ass
Mhm.
swap meet at Raceway Park. And there was this guy that would show up and he would rent a big ass area. And he every year, I went there for about 3 or 4 years in a row. He would come down and he'd have like 30 Fox bodies. This is '08, right? And he had
Mhm.
30 Fox bodies and he had everything from like rapper cars, 7 miles, to like
Yeah.
low mileage sub 3,000 mile cars. He had Four Eyes, Arrows, Notchbacks. He had Saleens, Cobras, and back then he would. I remember he was asking like for like a '86 Four Eye GT. Let's just say. He'd be asking like 18,000, but it had like 130 miles, right?
Yeah.
And back then, oh wait, he was like 18 grand. I was like, you fucking crazy. Get that. You know what that car's worth today?
I would imagine with that, probably like a good easy 60 grand.
Crazy. Like he had all of. If that guy just held on to that, for another 17 years, 18 years,
Yeah.
he had easily the cars he would bring. He had $1.5 million. If he had those cars and he could bring them here today, he had $1.5 million in cars sitting in that out of
In
the
20
30 cars.
in
But
2012, I remember seeing a Cobra R. I don't remember the mileage. Could have had some mile, but it's only a few of them. 93 Cobra R, 25 grand.
what in 2012?
In 2012, you could have bought a 93 Cobra in 2012, probably anywhere between 12 and 18 grand.
Yeah.
Depends
You know
which.
who just bought it? You know who just got a Cobra? I don't know if you watch him.
I watched
Alejandro
it.
Flores.
I watched it.
Who?
Yeah, 93
Oh,
Cobra.
I actually just told John about it. I just
Who
saw
just
it.
got a
Yeah.
Cobra? Who just got a Cobra?
Uh, so his name is Alejandro Flores, but he's a tuner
Oh,
for Lund Performance.
I know. Yeah, he shares.
Yeah.
Ryan shares his stuff with me all the
So
time.
that,
Funny
so I
dude.
was just telling John, everybody's watching, man. The market is speaking for itself. Like
Yeah.
whoever's not paying attention, don't know. But whoever knows, they know. They seen
Yeah.
the tune come in. They know how long, what kind of cars, the
Guys,
coyote
here,
swaps.
here's what they need to understand. It's not going back down.
No,
No.
Like you're not like I see people. They complain about the sales, and they're like, oh, this ain't the same things we are. You used to be able to buy these for 15. Oh, you got people inflating the market. It's gonna come crashing down, bro. If it comes crashing down, I mean, it's a supply and demand thing.
Yeah.
Like,
well, yo, Lee. So
Yeah.
we have somebody we know just sold one of their cars.
Oh, yeah. And it went for a
Yeah, yeah,
good freaking penny,
yeah,
I
man.
think.
We're
Me
gonna talk.
personally, I think the market is actually catching up to where the Foxbody should be, just because it's always been a popular freaking car. Like
It's been
always,
really. It's
it's
always been a
always been
popular car.
popular. It's just
Yes,
now to find a good one in shape, it's gonna
yes,
cost you money. And for some reason, people have hate that these cars are going up in price, and it's actually people who own the car already, which
yes.
is crazy to me. I don't
We used to,
understand that.
dude. I used to buy him 5, 6 grand, a 5.0 with a
Yeah,
blower.
I mean, I
You know,
remember those days too. I bought a beautiful red notch with Cobra, 93 Cobra fans. I had a 347 stroker and a supercharger. This is back like in I think like 2012. I bought it for like $7,000.
yep.
it was
That's a lot
nice.
of money. That's a
Yeah.
lot of money.
Yeah, the back then, honestly, back then it kind of was a lot of money. But that same car today in that condition, I think now will go for like an easy 30 grand. You know what I mean?
40, 40, bro.
Or yeah,
It-
But for some
you,
reason, people
we're
just
gonna get hate, but I saw what's for sale for 30. So I know for sure that car will bring 40 because if guys are
yeah.
getting really close to 30 for those things, we're. So
Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of junk cars out there going for some crazy prices. But once again, it's gonna be. I mean, the market's gonna speak. So if someone buys it, then obviously they saw the value in that car.
Listen,
So, but
well,
if
I
you
don't
got
get the traction of people when people post and then they just talk crap about it.
if you got
well,
a
our
nice
friend here
driver
just
or
he
anything
our
better,
friend here just sold Reblue.
what's
Somebody
that?
called them up. Somebody called them up and asked them to sell Reblue.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. So are we gonna talk about that? Or we're
This,
just gonna be
this
like they're
this
Well,
worth
guy
some money?
this guy didn't even put it up for
Ryan brought it
sale.
up, so I do have an edit button, but I'm not going to edit. So thanks, Ryan.
It's
Yeah,
it's the
yeah,
truth. We got to speak the truth here. We're not gonna lie.
yeah.
You
That's
know, did you,
Reblue
did you
is
put it up for sale, or the guy just hit you up and says, if you would be interested in selling it?
yeah. So yeah, yeah. I didn't list it for sale, but I had a guy through one of my friends reach out to me, and one of my friends told me, he says, so and so is interested in your car. And I was like, oh. He's like, is it for sale? I'm like, well, it's not, but everything's for sale.
For the right price, yep.
Price. And he just asked me what I had into it, and I told him, and
So why you sold it?
I mean,
You got a number?
I got a pretty good number, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
pretty.
So
pretty
yeah. What did you get?
I can't. I don't think the
I
buyer would
don't.
want me to disclose that, but
But it was a good penny though.
I don't. I don't think he would sell it under six figure. You know, if he was selling under six figure, I would have to consider that. So I know for sure he didn't sell it for under six figure. So did you get over
But
six
also,
figure?
also, also too, John, your car that Reblue has a lot of time,
Hmm.
money, work into that car. So whatever you sold it for, I think is it's worth every penny
Oh,
just because
definitely.
the time to get a car up to that stature, a lot of people forget about just the time it takes to do cars. So it's whatever they paid for it, it's good because they got a car that's ready to go and obviously won Foxtoberfest the first day out. So that's a nice build car. So whatever they paid for it, it to me is worth every penny.
And it won pits.
Yeah.
It won
well, it
86.
didn't. It didn't win best in show, but
Yeah.
it won best 4i over there.
Yep.
So the gentleman that purchased the car from me, he actually saw the car at Pitts. So what was the name of that show there at the mall? The third was it? What was it called again, Ryan? Do you remember the the show at the mall? Was it 35? Why am I thinking 35? It was something. I
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I had met
That
him,
night.
and I was talking to him. I didn't know it was I don't know. I was talking to a couple hundred people there for the week while I was down there at Pitts, and I spoke to him for about maybe 30 minutes, and then apparently he told me that on the day of the show, Friday, I don't really like to hang out by the car. I like to park the car and walk away. He said he spent like an hour looking around the car, underneath the car, and he loved the car, and so he reached out to a friend, and he gave me an offer that I couldn't refuse.
He
So
made you an offer you could have refused.
so yeah, so yeah, he's getting a nice car. So
Definitely.
I mean, nothing.
Does he have any other Fox bodies in his collection, or is this going to be his first one?
Um, he's got a few Fox bodies. Yeah, he owns a bunch of stuff, different cars. I think he's newer. I'm not exactly sure, but I think he's newer to the Fox body game. But I know
Mhm.
he's like big in like the Terminators and stuff like that. So he's a cool guy. Like you got to understand something about people with money, right? For them, they live in a they live in a they live differently, right? They believe in
Yeah.
abundance. They believe they can always make more money, right? For them, it's time.
Yeah.
They'd rather spend the money and get back the time, right? That it takes to because it took me a year and a half to build Reblue, right? So he'd
Mhm.
rather take the year and a half and do something else with it because his time is worth a hell of a lot money, a hell of a lot more money than probably all of ours put together.
Yeah.
So he's just buying back his time. And there's guys out there like that right now in this community. People don't realize like what's happening. I mean, no, we there's a guy out building a pace car at Martin Brothers. I mean, I
Oh
heard.
yeah, yeah.
You see that car?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's like what? He's already like 2 years into this project, I think, or something like that.
I mean, that's from what I understand. That's like that build's going to be over 200, over 300,000.
Yeah.
There's some serious coin being dropped, not by us, but by others in this community. Weren't you saying something was being done with Roadster Shop, Ryan? You was
Yeah. Somebody's building another roadster shop chassis, and it's supposed to be a like a badass build, probably like 500,000 or more.
Is it hold up? Is it a notch or a hatch?
I think it's a hatch.
I
Yeah.
was going to get into it about a notch.
I was a little sad. I was a little
that
sad.
that pace car is a hatch, obviously. Look at that,
Yeah,
Ryan.
It's a
obviously.
hatch.
Yeah.
So So hatch price is gonna go up, right? You just you just raised the hatch price too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
me?
gonna
We blew?
yeah, you're gonna have people calling you tomorrow mad at you. You raised the hatch
Hey,
price.
but on a quick subject, let's go car for car. Say you had a hatch, just say emerald green hatch with say 5,000 miles off stock versus an emerald green coupe off stock. What do you think is gonna bring more money?
The notch.
The notch, right?
Yeah.
And we're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
saying, hey, we're just saying the notch game brings more money. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, you saw that Emerald one that guy tried to sell for like I think he sold it for like well 150 or something. We don't
I
know if
thought him
it's
asking for 150, but did he get 150?
we don't know. It was like a little
Yeah,
funny. It was listed at 150, then it sold, and then it was on Bring a Trailer, and then
yeah.
it didn't do the number.
75, right? It went for 75 on Bring a
I,
Trailer or something like that?
with all the numbers, I wouldn't say it's worth 75, but I would just say from all the other comps, it's probably worth 75
Yeah.
with the comps. Like that Reef car did a good number. The Reef Notch,
Mhm.
it what it did like 200,000, right?
Did it do that much?
Yeah, I think it did somewhere around there.
I mean,
I could be
there's
wrong.
there's there's some Fox bodies, man, selling for big numbers. It's
It's the notches and the Cobras. It's a lot of notches, but the hatches are picking up pace. They're picking
No,
up their
yeah,
yeah,
hatches are catching up.
yeah,
They
they're
really
picking
are.
up. I'm
well,
not saying they're gonna pass,
you
but
got the
they're
Salines
picking
too.
up.
Don't forget about the Salines. The Salines are
No,
rarer than the Cobras. I mean, the Fox
yeah,
body Salines are. I think there's like 2,700 of them made over that. What was the first 84 through 93.
yeah.
Actually, my one of my buddies went to go look at a Saleen today. It's a, I believe it's an '89 in twilight blue, and the guy's asking like 46 grand. He went to go check it out today, and honestly, I forgot to call him to see if he bought it. But yeah, Saleen's bringing and this car has like 100 something thousand miles on it, and it's still 46 grand. So,
Yeah.
but
I'm
it's in beautiful shape though.
telling you,
They're selling one up here too.
if it's
They're selling a white one.
supply and demand, if
Yeah,
that's the thing, the Salines in another 10 years are going to be more valuable than the 93 Cobras because
yeah,
it's less.
I don't
I think
I don't
so.
think so.
I think so.
I don't think so.
I mean, how could they not be? I mean, they're
No, I'm not. I'm not saying they're not gonna get big numbers. I'm just saying the '93 Cobra. They still want them, bro. People want them, man. They
No, it's
want
no doubt. I just think a Celine in general is gonna bring more money than a Cobra in a couple of
this.
years.
The Celine in the saline form brings good numbers, bro. Because they want that car. Like and
Yeah,
they don't sell it sometimes outside the group. Like they won't sell it to us. Like if you're not like participating in their group.
all
yeah.
right. Let's because we got like 15 more minutes. We want to
Right.
stop. We want to try to do an hour or less. So let me go back here. I want to share the screen again just with you guys,
Okay.
so that we can see. You see my screen here. Let's go through the cars. Derek
Yep.
McIntyre's got this beautiful red GT hatchback. There you go, Rye. Um, Nick Taylor's got this Calypso LX hatch. See this on the Chrome Ponies?
Yeah, look what's on the lift.
Ah, Saleen, huh?
Yeah.
Is that a Saleen? It looks like a GT badge. Did they come? Well, he's got the Saleen. That might be a replica, bud.
No, it's a saline. Sometimes they put the GT badge on the fender. They leave it
Did
on.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah. John Paul Luke's got some crazy ass
Pinstripe.
airbrushing on his hood. Okay, that's cool. Look at the gold seats in there. Pierre Paul has got this badass Thunderbird.
I like Thunderbirds. I
I
like them.
I do too. I had a friend, man. We grew up in the '90s. You know, we all had Fox bodies and Camaros, and he was the one guy with the Thunderbird, man, the turbo coupe, and
It's
he
always
was
one
fast,
guy.
man. He could hang, man. He could hang. Um, Brian
That's
Wally
Brian.
right here, another Long
I,
Island guy.
I saw
How
him
do you?
this morning.
Oh, you seen this car?
Yeah, he was there this morning. I saw him.
Nice car. This is a nice car. I know he was looking at. He flirted with the idea of selling it a couple times last year, right?
Yeah, he stopped.
Darren, he stopped. Darren Edwards here with this. Is that Bimini Blue? Is that
Everybody says it different.
How do you say it? Bimini, what, like whatever.
I thought it was
I
Bimini.
thought it would be Mimi, but
Yeah.
I guess I'm wrong.
Chris Pine with this '84 Capri.
That's
What do you
nice.
guys think of the Capris?
I love them. Like I said, I would love the Buick Capri because I like the little wide body fender, wide body wide body quarters. I've seen one done up before and it was slammed. I had some nice CCW wheels, and man, ever since I seen that car, I'm like, I want one. It was a black one, had all polished CCW classics, and he was actually obviously able to put a more wider wheel because of the front fender, and it looked amazing. I love that car.
What about
I
you, Mike?
like I like Tom Clark's the black one he has with the orange decal.
Yeah, the only thing that I don't like about the Capris, I can't get into the bubble hatch. Like the earlier
Man,
Capris that don't have the bubble hatch.
yeah.
Like I like the nose. I like that squared off front bumper, the nose. I think it's pretty cool. The hood is different. Like you said, the fenders and the quarters, the way it comes out, it flares out. I just can't get into the bubble hatch. I don't think I'm ever gonna like a bubble hatch.
I love that bubble hatch, man. I think that's what makes it look freaking badass. But
I I, I
I'm wondering what that back glass goes for because I know nobody makes them. I don't think
yeah,
so. So I would imagine one things are freaking crazy.
I could probably deal with the bubble hatch. I like the quarters.
Yeah, I love the quarters. Yeah, you seen guys doing that where they cut them into the regular Fox bodies, the quarters, and then the fenders, obviously, with the way that flares up a little higher. Mike right here has got a nice little seven up convertible Mustang.
Yeah,
I
very
remember
nice.
I remember I had a buddy, man, back in like '95, man. He bought a seven up. It was the only one on Staten Island, but he swore these cars are gonna be worth something, you know. And I don't know what's the market like. Are they don't really go for big money, right?
13, 14, 15.
Yeah, convertible, right? I guess that's the
Yeah.
problem. No offense, convertible guys, we love you too.
No.
Ronnie's garage. Ronnie's garage here's got a little AI photo of uh, of his 4i hatchback. Brent Wiggle has got is that a notch? Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Turbo. See turbo. See the looks like a turbo car.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there it is. Confirmed. Big ass turbo. Look at that. What do you think that thing's putting down, guys?
That's for that size of that turbo. I think that put up a crazy freaking power. At least
1200
yeah, at least over 1,000.
Jesus.
by 1200.
He's got
At
his
least
little.
over 1,000 with that size turbo. That's kind of like what like an 88 millimeter or something like that. Something freaking crazy.
That's a
Yeah, it's
big
big.
ass turbo. He's got his little LX badge there in the front. Cute. That's nice. Sal Botello. Nice.
I like that car.
Yeah, it looks like he's got all the Cobra. He's got the Cobra bumper, side skirts, wing. Look, he's got the badge.
And he did the makers in black.
Man, yeah, you know what, man? Wouldn't it have been badass if Ford made a white Cobra back in '93?
Yeah. Now we're talking.
Mm-hmm.
They did a white Cobra.
Red, teal, and black. They should have did white. You agree?
They should have did white, black, and red.
Really? You would have
Yeah.
left the teal out?
Hell yeah. Nobody liked that color back then. They like it now.
They love it now. What about
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, I would say everybody loves it now.
Yeah. Like Calypso and Teal, no one ever liked it back in the 90s.
Nah,
They like,
I think that's why they're more expensive now
yeah.
because nobody liked them back then. I
Back
actually
then,
know a guy who painted his Calypso Cobra black,
yeah, yeah.
and now he
Everybody
regrets it.
wanted the black or the red, mostly the
Yeah,
black. If they made a white one, red, black, and white. I think that was the color.
There's the guy too. I think he's the owner of Midway Mustangs. He did a
Midway Mustang.
silver. Was it like an Arctic gray or a silver Cobra?
It's that no, it's that GT350 color.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think what Avalanche Gray is what it's called.
Avalanche gray. Yep.
Avalanche.
Yeah,
Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can Google it. Midway Mustangs, 1993. Let's see how good Google is because I love this car.
yeah. It has a, I think it's like a 2.9 Whipple on it. It's a front feed.
Oh shit! I know
Yeah,
it was in our baddest Fox bodies of
it's Avalanche Gray, black interior with black Recaro seats, black CCW classic.
20.
It has the Whipple. I think it's like a 2.9 front feed Whipple. It's a beautiful car.
Yeah,
You see a picture of it, or it's not coming up?
No, I just have it in my memory because I remember that car.
that's a badass car. That's the
What's
way every
Yeah.
Cobra should be.
what's his name? Who owns that car?
Eric McDonald.
Eric McDonald. Yeah, guys,
Yeah.
check him out, Eric McDonald, and he's also building that blue
Notch. That,
Bimini blue notch, right? That's coming out.
yes, I like it.
Yeah, and we got Sal
Yeah.
again right here. Another picture. Is that a Coyotes? Is that a Terminator swap? What is that? I
Can't
don't
see
know.
from
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I
Uh,
can't tell.
he's got a hell of a hood prop there. So that's a nice car. David Flores right here. Stalker front bumper. What do you guys think of
Yep.
those Stalker front bumpers? You like them?
I
They're
like
nice.
it, but it only looks good on the GT, in my opinion. Anything else just looks weird.
I agree. Mark Kranzik. Oh yeah, this is one of the nicer notchbacks. This car, I always mistake this car for Billy
Yep.
Travel's Silver Coupe,
I
right?
You took the words out of my mouth.
Right?
It's like a twin brother, almost the same wheels.
Yeah, right.
Same wheel. I think this one the brakes are like I think I saw it at
Yeah,
Carlisle. It's
So this gray
steel.
one, that's not silver fox or whatever you call it, or
Incon
silver bullet like that.
Incon Fox. Here's the calipers. Yeah,
Yeah, teal calipers. Yep.
I
That's
like
not Billy's car.
I like that. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it 2 years ago. It's a turbo, right? Twin turbo car. I saw this
No.
at Carlisle 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is a badass car. Yeah, right.
yeah, it is. It's
Right.
very nice.
He's got a. I'm pretty sure it's a twin turbo. It says it on the badge, twin turbo. Incon.
Well,
It's a this is a badass car. This yeah. Where are those
yep,
turbos?
yep.
Where are
You
they?
got
Oh, I think he has them down on the bottom of the motor, if I remember correctly. Mark, nice interior. This is a beautiful car, man.
yep.
Mark, beautiful job on this. I'm pretty sure he's got the turbos sitting down at the bottom, the twin turbos, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since
Well,
I've seen it.
that car was at Fox Silverfest.
Yeah, it's made its rounds. It's a beautiful car.
Yeah, it's very nice.
We got Sonny Talley here with another 7 Up. We got Brian Mavel. Oh, look at this.
Yep.
What is this? Three piece spoiler. I like it. Cobra bumper, right? Cobra rear bumper.
Yes.
Oh, I want to see more pictures of this. This is a
Uh,
little different.
that might have a IRS too.
Uh, yeah, this is okay. Coyote TKX IRS swap. Yep. Pace car,
Yep.
three-piece wing, carbon fiber GT500 hood, custom style interior. Brian, you should have shared more photos, man. The front interior. Jesus, I would have loved this. This is different. I like this car. What
Yep.
color is that?
That's a isn't that just a wing off like an 82 or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The pace cars and stuff like that. The
John,
Cobra.
yeah.
John loves those 79, 80, 81, 82, like right there. John goes,
My
dude, he goes
my
crazy
buddy,
for them.
yeah, my buddy here in town, 210 Fox. He actually has a GT and took off his Saleen, I mean his GT spoiler and did this. And he saw it. The only reason he saw it is because he actually saw it at a Motor City Fox Fest. Another car have it, and as soon as he saw it, he started looking, and so he did it. And then, man, it's such a good subtle little spoiler on a Fox body.
Beautiful, man, when it's done right. Dan Kennedy. Now this is a badass car. This photo is actually taken. I remember. This
The
was taken
chocolate
at
box.
Chocolate Fox last year. Yeah, the last Chocolate Fox. This is a Termy
Yep.
swap. This is a clean ass car, man.
Yep.
It's a clean ass car. I love the gold wheels with the red. This car.
Yeah.
This
What
car.
size Kenny Bill is that? I see at the Kenny Bill, but I can't tell what it is.
I don't.
What
Probably,
size it is.
what is it,
Yeah,
like a 2-2-2-1?
2-2. It looks like from what I could see, it looks like the Screamer that I have on my Mistachrome.
So like a
Yeah.
2-2.
Two
Yeah.
two Screamer, yeah. But this is a clean ass car. I mean, if you could see it all around, this car is perfectly executed.
Yeah, it looks freaking nice.
This
Hmm.
this car, so when we went around last year, we were choosing the car that won. I know the guys in New Jersey, beautiful car, but I
The
had
only thing I The
That's
only thing I
very
don't like are is the what do you call it? The vent. He has a Cobra hood on it, but
I see
I
it.
always
Yeah.
like the way it looks with like the factory style vents on them.
yeah. This is he's got the maker's garage. I mean this car is he didn't share anymore. But that's a beautiful car. Jason Ramsey with his RS Capri.
Yeah, that looks good.
I
Good.
love that color, man. I'm not sure what that color is. Did he give any details on it? Let's see. He said a hot rod summer 20 feature car. Details in the link. I'm not gonna go because we're sharing the screen. Oh, Dwayne, our buddy Dwayne.
Yeah, Dwayne,
What do you
Chicano Fox,
Chicano
Chicano
Fox?
Fox.
What do you think of
Yeah,
those wheels, man?
I
I
like
love
them.
it, man. I love the way that looks on those BBSs.
I like I like BBSs. Period. Correct.
Period. Correct. Right. This is a
He
nice.
actually he came down actually like I think like around Christmas to visit a family member, and when he came down here, he hit me up. He's like, "Hey man, what you doing? Come stop by." I went to chit chatted with him for a little while. Took him for went for a little cruise. Cool dude, man. That dude is cool as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Tom, brother Tom Fetcho.
Yeah, brother Tom.
Yo, those guys, man. I met them at Foxtoberfest last year and got to hang out with them a little bit at Ponies and the Smokies. Those.
Brother Tom Fox is freaking man. His Fox is nice.
Let me just tell you
Yes.
something. Just two good guys, man. Just good,
Yeah,
normal human beings with two badass cars. I think Tom. I hope Tom posted his car in here because
I think he did. I could have swore I saw it in here.
the Cookie Monster car
Yeah, the
is
Cookie Monster.
fucking
I
incredible.
thought I saw it in here. Maybe
Willie
I'm
Dude,
Black.
tripping.
the
Uh,
fab work on the Cookie Monster, beautiful.
who did that streetcar shenanigans or
Shenanigans, something like
yeah
that.
they're
We met them at Pitts. They were cool guys too. We talked to them.
cool dudes. Yeah, Marco
Yeah.
Pereira. Well, straight race car. That must be a turbo. Yep, 302 Coyote swap. Street car, 7-year build with his 20-year-old son. Great job, Marco. That's a beautiful car. Jamie Mashburn built a Saleen tribute here.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah,
That's nice.
I love the gold graphics on a red
I do
Saleen.
like the gold too. I like
What
the
color
white.
is that? What color is that though? That's Cabernet, mid Cabernet or something.
Oh, look at the fucking interior in this. I was looking at this earlier. Look, okay, beautiful. 777, lucky, right? Look at this. The Recaros
Nice.
that I had. Look, man, I
Yeah.
hated red growing up, but red is doing
That is a that is a very bright red there.
But
something.
when you
Porno.
put the Recaros, it looks better. It looks better than the
Yeah,
stock.
that must be from the Malaysian guys right there. I think
Yeah, I was like that has to be from a retro fast or something.
Roller Resources. Yep, yeah. See, he's got the saline intake, all done. Period. Correct. Right. Nice.
That Celine intake is worth crazy freaking money now.
Bro, I bought that for a quarter to four, and I got the.
Yeah, I was gonna say they go for like around 3 grand or something.
I
They're
think they're
not
more
cheap.
now.
They're not cheap.
Mm.
Dale, this
Nope.
this is an interesting story. Dale Coonert. Look at this. I seen this last year at Motor City Fox Fest. This is an interesting car. He had a garage full of spare parts, and this emerged. He bought this roller for $200. He got a free
Oh,
351 van motor, sent to NCP Speed, a machine to get built, fed it with a 78 millimeter turbo and Holly Terminator X. You get tons of fun on the street. Love giving ride-alongs. It's cool, dude, man. This is a cool car.
that's what's up.
It's
That's nice.
different. I like it.
Yeah.
Right? Jonathan Austin here with his. Is this a real Saline or did he say it was a? Well, I don't know, but Saline,
Still
Dale
cool.
Warner with an SVO. Nice. That's clean.
You don't
Nice
see.
SBO.
Yo,
Yeah.
man, the SVOs do not get enough respect,
Nah.
I
bro.
think it's the I think it's the headlights.
What? Regardless.
I think it's the motor. I think because it's the 4 cylinder is what it is.
Do you know that four-cylinder put? I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I believe that four-cylinder for the time, right? It was what they released 84,
Yeah, I
84,
think like 84, 85, and 86, I think.
Yeah.
right? But when they released it, that four-cylinder turbo had more horsepower or equal to the 5 liter at the time, if it was even a 5 liter. The 302 that was in. This was a 5 lug swap, right? Car.
Yes.
Hmm.
this car had a bunch of the features that went into the aero cars. Like if you look at the headlights, man, that's kind of like an aero headlight. It's just sunken back.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, I'm gonna do a feature on my friend's car because I actually have a buddy here in town who's actually building one because he has his own little shop, Mackard, and
Mhm.
he's building that VO coupe and he's doing a big turbo, stroked out four-cylinder motor. So hopefully, I get to do a video on that. But he saw potential in that car. He's building one. So there are some people who are seeing this VO, but yeah, they don't get no love. Like they don't get no love at
You
all.
don't get no love. Yeah.
Ford, like the suspension, the handling, the five lug. I believe it had four-wheel disc brakes around. I read a little bit about this about a year ago.
Mhm.
Like SVO when they I believe they became SVT, right? So SVO
Yeah, it
became
was special vehicle, yes, special vehicle operations, and it became special vehicle team.
and then they gave us the 93 Cobra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they gave us the Terminator, right? I mean,
Yep.
so you know, this was their, I believe, their first model. So they built some nice shit. It was ahead of its time. It was a
Yep.
four-cylinder turbo. People wanted the big eight cylinders, but these cars, they just don't get enough respect. I mean, the headlights, they do look kind of ugly, but if for its time, what was how these cars were built, these cars were ahead of their
Yeah,
time.
they're cool.
Yeah. Ryan Mannion right here, black GT. Looks like you got a Saleen wing. So Tom Schwenzer there, the War Admiral, he's gonna love this car. Huh?
I'm trying to figure out the wheels on that black one you just showed. I can't tell what they are.
This one right here, Ryan Mannion. This is the same car.
No, the one before that you had.
The same one, Ryan Mannion. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I couldn't tell what the wheels were.
I
The
can't.
black wheel is very hard to see through pictures.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying. I'm looking at. It, I'm like, what are those?
Very hard.
Mark Blazer's got a red GT here. He says he's got a Vortec YSI, so he's got some big power in that. Obviously, look at the slicks on the back. Um, Bill Ritchie with another SVO. We got Thomas Ferguson here with a, what is this? Wow. Does he have any details? Nothing.
Kind of sucks, right? You tell them to post picture and details, and they just post a picture.
They just post a picture. I mean, why does this car look odd to me? What's different about this car? Is it the angle of the photo? I mean, obviously the big ass cow. So hopefully there's a big ass motor with an intake in there that justifies having that there.
Yeah, it's a huge freaking hood. That's got. I think that's got to be like a 6 inch or something because I think it's massive.
Yeah, but what's with this front bumper? Is there something different about this front? Like, what looks different?
I think because it looks kind of high. It does. The bumper does look a little weird. 'Cause it looks like it's smashed in, right?
No, but the top of the bumper looks like it's painted red, and the bottom is painted black. The whole bottom of the car is painted black.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's two tone, but it just looks different. I don't know. Maybe I think it's just a picture.
Maybe the front wheel. Look, I mean, it's sitting high.
Yeah, the front offset on the wheel is off.
Yeah, Ralph Bolton, right? I love this color. Oh, this color. What's the name of this color again? This dark blue. Is it royal blue?
Might be Royal. That's the one I like. The Royal Blue Coupe '93
This
with the opal interior. I think
no,
they'll only make 300.
this two tone, this royal blue. It's just I'm seeing them now, and I'm just loving it. Ralph, I guess Ralph's got a red one too. Two tone, right?
I
Ralph.
like the ultra blue two tone. That one's it's like more of a brighter blue.
Yeah,
Uh,
with
Yeah,
the
I
silver
love that
bottom.
color.
Yeah,
You got Ralph. Ralph's got a couple of cars apparently, so he's showing off his collection. He's got a black notch back here, and looks like he's got a black GT there. So Ralph looks like he's shared with us four cars. Dean P. Santiago is a Reef LX hatch right here with the Cobra
Yeah,
makers.
but
it's
the
a
makers will.
Nice car. John Miziker, red convertible. This thing looks clean. Look, low mile. Look at the engine bay. It's got to be a low mile car, or it's taken care of pretty well, right?
definitely.
Mustang Jimmy right here. This is an older photo, November 8th, 2021. Nice car.
That's a really old photo.
Yeah. Sam Baum, 93 Oxford White. Oh,
Looks
Ryan,
good. Looks
White
good.
Notch with
Why
ponies, chrome
not?
ponies.
I love the chrome ponies.
Nah, hey, that's bland chicken, man. You can't like that.
I like it.
He
I
likes
like
bland
it.
chicken.
I like it.
That's right up Ryan's alley. And Chet Ziedler has a 93. Oh, look at this SSP. Ooh, is this Calypso? A Calypso SSP?
It's funny how us three just paused for a second, and there was no words coming out of our mouths. We just took a second. We're like, like everybody thought what they could do to that coupe, right? Like, are we changing the wheels? Are we hacking up the SSP? What are
I'm
we
lowering,
doing?
I'm lowering it, and I'm putting some wheels on it. I don't care.
Exactly. We all took a pause. We're like,
Oh, you would piss the SSP guys off, man.
Well, my car's an SSP, and I've changed everything on that car.
oh
This
wow, that
this
looks
is
good.
this is another car right here. Dana Wagner. Her and her husband built this car.
Very
It's
nice.
it's a Cobra. I'm not sure if it's a Cobra, but it's a Cobra clone. This is similar to that car we were talking about.
Yeah,
Um, that's a nice. This is a nice car. I seen them that they built it last year. So I believe they built it together. Her husband just had no experience. It was like, hey, I'm gonna paint the car. I'm gonna do all of these things.
It looks good.
He built it. He built it by himself. Yeah, yeah, not bad, right?
Stands stands is right. Car sits right.
Yeah.
Car's nice.
They're showing us a bunch of photos. Yep, see, there's all the body.
Wow.
Got a nice little video here. I don't
Very
think
nice.
it's sound, but yeah, yeah. I know this was a that was a popular
You know how hard it is to find that Cobra kit? Psh,
the what?
how hard it is to find a Cobra kit? 93
Yeah,
Cobra kit?
legit one is freaking hard.
yeah, is it? I mean, you can't. Oh, you can get most of those parts from Savini's though, right?
Yeah, but I remember the Savini's back bumper doesn't have the correct clip placement for like a 93 Cobra versus a 93 Cobra. It just fit more better. I think the Savini's is kind of like one of those you just kind of get it and make it work.
Yep. So here we are. We showcased this car last week. Rod Ramos.
Yeah, man, I
Ooh.
love that. Those wheels, that spoiler. Yes, chef's kiss, man. Looks great.
This
Yeah.
car, and so I asked people to just showcase the wheels for this episode. So he showcased it again. Rod Ramos, he put his own post up.
Did he happen to mention like what size or did he mini tub his rear end or something
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you do.
he's got 18 by 8.5s in the
in the
front,
front? Mhm.
245, 40, 18 plus 19 offset, and he's got 18 by 12 and a halfs in the backs. Negative minus 32 offset, 335, 30, 18. So he maybe is that mini
Nah,
tub?
he had to shorten that rear end to fit that.
Mhm.
Ryan,
There's no way you can do that much negative offset on a stock rear end because they wouldn't get that much of a deep dish.
yeah,
So
but
he's had to have modified that rear end.
well, the offset's minus 32. What is that, Ryan? He pulled the wheel back, right?
Yeah, from center, so six, almost. So he's only rolling on 5 inches.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he's had to have messed with that rear end.
Yeah,
So he
yeah,
shortened the rear end and he mini tubbed it.
Yeah, he's had to get that kind of offset. Yeah.
So Galacci, he's got some classic bullets on his.
I like I like that one. That car was nice.
That's emerald green, right?
Yeah, that looks really good.
I
Hmm.
think bullets look good on freaking on Fox bodies, just like a regular, not even like modified bullet, like the factory 17 by 8 bullet and the factory color. I think it just looks good on Fox bodies.
Dave Neiman here has these 5-star SVEs, black, just black wheels. They just don't show up in photos, man. It's so
Mm.
Yeah,
It's hard to get those pictures show
looks,
up.
looks nice. Yeah, Kevin Marino, he's got. Oh, those are the Cobra wheels. The
yeah,
SN Cobra wheels, right?
yep.
Yeah, the 90 like the 98 something or 95 something like that. I can't remember exactly what year they came off.
They
Yeah,
look good, but
that's different.
they just need to be widened. Like they're so skinny.
Is
Yeah,
that
because what are they like a 17 by 8?
Yeah, it's very skinny.
17 by 8?
I think that's where Ford screwed up with the SNs
Yeah,
is the wheel width, like because it's got such a fat ass end, and when you see an SN in its stock form, those wheels are pulled all the way back. It looks terrible.
you
You
could
put a set of wheels, it changes it.
You could fit a 11-inch wheel in there without rolling the quarter fenders.
Ryan's done it.
Yeah, it's like
Would you
you
get
could. You,
315 tire in the back?
well, we got a 335, 335, 30, 18 without rolling the quarters on a 10.5 inch wheel.
On
But
without mini tub and not just stock
nothing.
wheel well.
And you still had a little more space.
That's crazy. Is this
Yeah.
the royal blue, Ryan? This notch here, is this royal blue?
Yeah.
That's the
The
color,
car is
right?
nice. That Royal Blue 93.
And you said they only made 300 of them?
Yeah, man. With a opal interior.
Yeah.
Nice.
So he's square. He's 255, 45, 17s front and back.
Well,
Oh,
you
here's
can't do
our
nothing
buddy
with the rear.
Dave Rollo. He just won this car. He
Yeah, he
got
won that car.
a car for in a waffle from Blake.
Yes.
$100 he won that car, right? He's saying that these are the circuit
He said
FOEs.
he what he said he didn't even know what he was playing.
That's crazy. I
He
don't.
said all he knew Carl knew the guy and he
Hmm.
played. And he played.
Yeah, I didn't get in on that waffle. I don't really do the waffles. Mustang Jimmy here has got this 17-inch black bullets. There's another set of black bullets.
Yeah.
Michael Polbons has some billet specialty street lights. Oh, those are old school right there. Wow.
Mustang Jimmy's always on the den.
He's always,
He's
yeah, he's
yeah,
one of
he's
the
always yeah, he's always in there. He's always
he's one
representing.
of our most active members. Shout out to
Member.
you, Mustang Jimmy. Mike
Yep.
Adden, Rough Racing Wheels. Okay.
Rough. That's from the Porsche.
Yeah, I was like, isn't that a Porsche?
Rear's staggered setup, 9 to 10 inch width. I can't really. It looks like a fat tire, and I can't really tell. I mean, not a very good photo. Kurt Ali took a picture of his steering wheel. Great job, Kurt. Yep. Sparko. Yep. Don't think he understood, or he's being a wise ass. Mike Housechild. There's
Nice.
a
Nice little two-tone.
Yeah.
little two tone on those wheels. I'm not exactly sure. These are the what are these? Ankays? Ankais?
Inkies.
I
Inkies.
think, was it Inky?
Inkies, yeah.
Yeah,
Ankies?
Inky.
Wow.
Bronze on a black coupe, huh? What do you think of that?
I love it.
They look good.
I love it.
I,
I love the
I love
bronze
that.
wheel.
Man, bronze. I actually want to get a set of bronze wheels, but I was kind of, when I was ordering these new CCWs, I kind of chickened out.
Nah,
I should have done
bronze.
it.
I like the bronze. I like the brush gold.
Yeah,
Um,
Look at this
a
weight.
brush gold. I saw
I
some
like
brush gold classics on a black Cobra at a Mustang Week,
that's one
and
of
I was
my
like,
favorite Cobra from the Texas Mustang Week.
yeah,
That
I saw
black.
it.
He had what yellow fog lights.
Yeah, I think the actual color is called race gold, is what it's called through CCW.
Dude, that was one of the nice. They showed like 7 Terminators. That was the only one I saw.
You see, guys, we're fans too. We see all of your content.
Yeah,
Look at this wing on the back here. What is that?
That's
yeah, I don't know what that is.
that looked like a saline wing.
That's not a saline wing. Take a good look at that. That's an aftermarket wing. Yeah, that's like some. He's got like some bolt-on fender flares here. Maybe like wide body. I can't really tell. I mean, maybe he's autocrossing this thing. I don't know.
Maybe.
Oh, here's our boy Dickie Dunkins, man, with these VIP modular wheels. Oh my God, look at that dish.
Yeah, it looks good.
Oh,
Yeah,
look.
that's a crazy freaking dish, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's like kind of like the same dish as the other one we just saw, that reef one.
Hmm.
But it got to be like an 18 by 12 or something like that.
he's got the cheese graters on the back. This car is. Oh man, I love this car. I love those wheels. We got Jim Berry on his Cobra.
That's John's. John loves those cars. Wow, look at him. Look at him. He loves those 79 pace cars.
Don't know 79. That's a Cobra. I like the pace cars.
Yo, with Reblue gone, this guy might pick up one.
No, no. I'm good for now, buddy. I'm gonna enjoy what I have. Dane Chasko, he has some Heritage Ibisus right here. That's pretty. These are different.
Those are nice.
Yeah. Those are nice.
Yeah,
Is that another royal blue right there?
can't tell.
I can't tell. Yeah, that's a cool car. Walter Wilkerson. Are those the Cobra? The
Cobra
Cobra?
R's,
Cobra? No, are they? I don't know. What does
T-top.
it say? Yeah, red T-top. Nice car, right? We got Alan Eastep right here on the. Oh, I love this. Look at these ROHs. I just love these, man. This car is different. Look at this car.
He got the headlight covers.
So he's
I'm
got.
surprised no one's like making remanufactured wheels of those ROHs because they're trying to come back.
Mhm.
Like I'm surprised no one's came back and made their own version of it.
We know a guy. We know a guy that can do it. What is this? He's got. What's this front? Is this a? Is that an '86 front bumper? That is. But what's he got going? Has he got a Cobra rear bumper over there?
I just know he got GTS headlight covers.
GTS
Yeah,
head covers. This a T
classic.
Those are old school.
old school, right on the
The
fore
only
end.
thing I can't get behind is the GTS louvers on the back window. Ah,
He's got him here. Look.
I didn't notice that. God,
No, he does. Yeah.
He's got. Is that a Steeda? That looks like a Steeda rear wing. Look.
Uh,
I think
might be a
so.
factory.
No, that.
sorry, man. No offense to you, but I hate those freaking louvers.
Do. This car's got some custom shit. I think that's a Cobra rear bumper. What about these side skirts here? Is that the Saleen side skirts?
He looks like the Salines.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I
got.
look at the way he's pushed in. Kind of looks like him.
Yeah, yeah. He's got a 347. See the badge? I'd love to see more pictures of this car. I've not seen that car around. Oh, here it is. He posted. Yeah, yeah. Cobra rear bumper. Look, see Saleen. I mean, Steeda rear wing. See?
Oh yeah, it is a Steeder one. Yep.
Yeah. He's got. And there's your little.
For the longest time, those wings were hard to get. But I guess they just started pumping them out again because I guess they noticed the Foxbody games getting big because they've been throwing them out lately.
Well, he's making them quicker than Saline.
This is a. Let's not get into that. Yeah, here's the motor.
Steve Saline.
Well, Saleen doesn't make anything anymore for Fox bodies, right? Like at all. Like there's nothing made from Saleen for Fox bodies.
Dude,
Yeah.
we have a couple friends that order spoiler rear SN spoiler
Uh-huh.
from Saline
Yeah.
since last July. No refunds, no update, no nothing.
There was a post.
Yeah.
He knows me 5,000, and yeah, this. I mean, whatever. Let's not go there. Right here, this Robbie Blankenship man. He look at this. He's got the RC comps like Vinny does on his sick notch. See,
Yeah,
nice car.
I
This
love those wheels. I think those RC comps on Fox bodies look nice.
they
beautiful
do.
They're,
car.
they're pretty, but they're pretty pricey, aren't they? I've never priced them out, so but I can imagine they're pretty expensive.
This is a badass car. This was in our baddest Fox bodies of 2025 too. Gabriel Garcia. He's got
I
a
like
black
that car.
here.
Yeah, I think he got 19s on that car.
Is it 19s?
Yeah, I think so.
He's got the SVO taillights here because they're black.
I think that's like, I think he's from like Texas or something.
What's it say on the plate? Texas. There you go. See, you know your
Yeah,
shit. You really follow the cars, right?
yeah.
Mayberry. Okay. He's got the Steeda spoiler there too. See, very popular. Did he reply with 15 by 3 front, 15 by 9 rear? Wilfredo Rivera gives us a front shot, so we can't really see his wheels, but it's for sale. James Kissling on his SN. Those are the Cobra wheels.
Very nice.
My first Mustang looked almost like this, but it was a GT, but it had the Cobra front bumper, same wheels. It was a nice car. Oh, it's definitely a '94. You could see the rear wing and the tail lights. That's a nice car.
Yep.
That's a nice car. Jason Ramsey. Oh, look at this Cobra
Yeah, I
wheel,
saw that one.
What is
notchback
it?
ride. That's giving you the feeling
88,
right there.
88, 89, right? Black moldings.
Yeah, yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, our boy David Benson.
It's a nice car.
Those are the BBS RKs right there. Did
That
he?
car is clean, bro.
Did, is that is that a deep dish? Did he have these custom made?
Yes.
Yeah, they might be the Victory Customs.
Because
No, no, those are RKs.
Those are case?
Yeah, he has a set.
this car's mini tub, right?
Uh-huh.
This is a badass car, Dave. It's a beautiful car, man. This is you gonna buy this one off him when it becomes available? I know you bought his Emerald Green.
Yeah, I don't think he said he's selling it. He said he's taking. He actually did tell me. He's like, I hope she buries me in it. Yeah.
Here's
Not
Peter.
lying.
Yeah, we know this car. Peter, he bought this from Dave Rollo.
But I think Dave posted up or Pete posted up.
Yeah, Peter. It says Peter Fernandez. This is AI.
Oh,
What are those wheels?
SVE.
SV. Did Rollo sell the car with those wheels? No, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. That wasn't a bad car. Brandon Thorpe here. He's got some True Forge victories right here. You got to
Is
look
it?
close.
Yeah.
Sam Baum, Chrome Ponies. There's your bland chicken.
Your bland chicken.
I like it.
Brian,
I love bland chicken. I don't care. I love it.
I like that one. That's a nice car.
these are the Fiskies.
Yeah, old school.
18 by 8, 18 by 12 and a half. So he's mini tub. Look at that fat tire in the back. This is beautiful. That's
Nice.
that's a nice car. He's got some Sparko seats in there. That's a nice car, man. Here's our boy Dwayne again showing the BBS. What is it? What are
Yeah.
the classic RS customs? What did he say? It was a custom BBS classic RS custom cut 3-piece wheel, 8.5s in the fronts and 10.5s in the back.
Nice.
That's a nice car, Dwayne. It's a beautiful car. I enjoy seeing it. Mitch Lowborough. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm butchering your names. Oh, he's got a 3-piece set of ponies, but it was built by Giancarlo Lopasio. Look at this.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. That's the guy from what is it? Black Dark Lab.
Dark Lab.
Yeah, he'll cut the pony and then make it a three piece.
Oh yeah, he's in yeah, here he is.
He's up
Giancarlo.
he,
So was he
yeah,
what's he
upstate.
charged for that?
Maybe like $3,500.
So you gotta supply him like a set of LMR wheels and he cuts and makes them a 3-piece?
I think he does it.
I think I
Hmm.
follow him on Instagram. Didn't he just
Yeah.
pick up a notch,
Yeah, he picked up a blue notch.
a blue notch, right? And he was
Yeah.
fitting it up, and I think he put
He
like a
fit he fit tens in the front, 11s in the back.
right
Man.
without without mini tubbing or anything. Then we got
Without any tub.
Wally Garcia right here. I'm not exactly sure what those are.
Yeah, I couldn't tell what that was either.
Yeah.
FR FR 500.
Oh, FR 500s. Okay, you
Yeah.
know your
They're
deals.
just they're just
So
black.
I mean, that's. Let me stop the screen share here. So we're just gonna wrap this up, but quickly, I want to go back because I know we were talking about it, right? The shit that's coming out this year, right? Um, what are what are we seeing out there with this market? We started to talk about it, and then we got back into the den.
Maximum Motorsport, back order.
Maximum Motorsport back order. No,
No,
but as far as the cars that are being built,
yes.
um, we know there's that. We know there's that pace car that's being built by Martin Brothers,
Hmm.
and Chris' infamous project has put up a bunch of videos on it. That's going to be a badass car. That should be coming out this year, right?
Hmm.
There's
Yeah, I think so. For the big ones I know of, it's like Infamous. Kenneth Shawn's doing his.
uh
Obviously, I have Martin Brothers, but I don't know. I have no idea when that one's gonna be done. That seems like a really big project. And who else is building another cool one that I know of?
the guy from Midway Mustangs. We talked about that a couple of times, and
Those are kind of, those are kind of the only ones I know, like from like bigger guys who are building cars.
and we
And
talked.
Carl's car.
Oh my God, how can we forget our buddy Carl? Yeah, on the
Yep.
Post the Shop Spec Chassis. That car is going to
Oh
be
yeah, and Carr, he's been posting a bunch of pictures on his. those wheels he picked from Forge Line, those are nice freaking wheels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Those
the
are nice wheels.
they're the seven spoke, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
They're
He
beautiful. But
hasn't posted any updates lately, I don't think so,
You know
but
he
from
gets
what I
mad if
saw
we say
last
it
time.
wrong, so just make sure it's seven spokes.
what'd you say?
Just make sure it's seven spoke. You just said seven spoke. He's gonna get angry.
I said seven spoke, right?
Yeah,
Seven
but
spoke.
I don't remember if it's seven or eight.
Oh shit! I think I counted.
Or I think I just saw an ad from Forge Line. They made a different five spoke, and man, those things look freaking nice.
Really?
Let me see.
It was like it kind of like a, what do you call it, a brush, like dark tinted kind of. They're freaking nice, but Forge Line's one of those wheels. They're freaking expensive. They're expensive.
they're all in those big builds that you see coming out. A Forge Line HRE. Isn't there? There's a Roadster Shop car coming out, right? Or two, right? This year.
Yeah, it's on Roaster Shop chassis the page. There's two hatches being built, a burgundy one and a white one.
And word on the street is, I had heard today that the guy that built that Grand National with the Dutch boys, what was that, 2024?
A black
Yeah.
Grand National.
That Grand National, that one that blew up the internet. Um, that's the guy that's building this Foxbody with Roadster Shop.
So it's gonna be freaking crazy.
Yeah, dude, that Grand National is sick.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit that's coming out in the future.
But
It,
since we're on a subject of roaster shops, guys, would you ever think about that Velocity built one?
oh my god.
We had a lot of talk about that.
Well, let's talk a little bit about it because it's on a roadster chassis and it's like one of those cars. It's freaking it's expensive, but do you think it's worth the money? What it's cost?
If it's like 200 grand, I could see somebody paying for it.
Yeah, but they're
But
starting at 270, I think. 270, that's the start. 270.
yeah, I
Uh,
actually did a video. I
you
actually
got
did a video on
200,
this one.
70 is not that bad away. You're
Yeah, I
very
actually did a
well.
video on it because when that car came out, I actually got in contact with them. While everybody was speculating stuff, I actually contacted the people directly, and they gave me exact pricing and specs. But yeah, the one that you actually see, they always show that one's like the high end, and that one's 400 grand. And
Well,
that's pretty much everything into it.
I can tell you that if you gave us, one of us, 200 grand to build a car, we'd probably build a much nicer car. No offense,
Yeah,
but you know, um, there were a lot of things that I mean, there were a lot of things that they did well, but there were a lot of things that they didn't well. To be fair, though, they brought that car to SEMA in October, and I
hmm
know for a fact because I have one of them. Vinny and Carl were like the first to get the two spec chassis. They were being
yeah.
delivered in August and September, so they only had like 8 or 10 weeks to get that car ready for SEMA, right? So if you notice, they did. I don't think they put it up on blocks, so they weren't really showcasing the chassis and stuff like that. So um, they just threw that. They didn't have much time to build that car and throw that car together. So
But when I spoke to them, the way that car is the way it's gonna be built.
yeah, Coyote with
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
and
the
how,
only option they're giving you when you order that car is wheels, paint, and with transmission, and if you want a supercharger or not. Other than that, they kind of weren't. Oh, an interior if you want to change the color or fabric, but pretty much the way the interior was is going to be how they you buy them. You can only change like maybe the fabric and all that.
What's the difference between? Because you spoke to him. What's the difference between 270 and 400? That 100. What do you get?
So it starts off from either being an NA car or being a blower car, and versus paint. If you want like a just regular base coat, clear coat, versus if you want like some crazy like candy color or something. But they said too they weren't gonna do anything crazy. Like they're not doing no crazy graphics. They're not doing anything like that. They maybe might do some striping if you want like stripes in the front, but that obviously gonna cost more money. But all the pricing goes basically from if you want a blower to a kind of transmission to what color interior you wanted, all that was going to factor in. But they're pretty much starting like at 300, and then that one you always see was like their max out one, and that was like 400K.
One that was at SEMA was their maxed out one for.
Yeah, that was like their max out one
So for
was like the highest trim.
270, you're getting an NA Coyote with
Yeah, and a Coyote with kind of just like a base interior, kind of all that. But when I talk to him, the price includes the car, like it includes the shell, so you're not having to look for a car or anything. So that's kind of a good thing. It's one of the things too where they're aimed to more of a higher clientele. Obviously, not the guys like us. It's gonna be to one of those guys who have lots of money, like you said, where time is what they're trying to recover. So they just want a car done. They want to buy it. They want it ready, and they want to drive it. They're not trying to wait weeks for it to get built or anything. So
Yep.
their clientele they're trying to reach is way different from us. You know what I mean?
yeah. So
Well, they said they're only going to build a couple of years, so
Yeah, and he didn't even have a number what they were going to plan to build because they're still trying to gauge interest. But I can imagine maybe at most I don't know like 10, if that.
look, at the end of the day, they're a business. They're a for-profit business. You know,
yep.
Yeah.
more power to them. Go make that money, right?
Yep.
That being said, I think we should cut it off here, guys. I know we were going to do another episode this coming week. That's another thing too. There is no set schedule for this show in the future. It's just you may get one show a week. You may get three. It just really depends on when Lee, Ryan, and myself can get together. So you just keep an eye out. We'll announce it every time there's a new show in the Foxbody Den. But there's no set schedule. But we're going to speak to Jen from Foxy Events this coming Thursday night about her.
What?
Yeah. I was speaking to her today about her SN show. She wants to share some information and she wants to talk about the difference between the generations, the Foxbody, the SN, the New Edge. She's got some opinions and you're going to hear it. So stay tuned
Cool.
for that. Yeah. So Lee, take us home, man.
All right, guys. Well, this is the Fox Body Den, episode number 2. Hopefully, y'all liked it, and hopefully, we get to catch our next one. Like I said, look at the Fox Body Den forum. On Facebook, and check out the subjects and tell us what y'all think. And we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.
Peace.
Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.